Hey guys, welcome to Fitness Friday. My name is Chris Souza, fitness officer from King Campus. Today we're going to be going over the proper setup for a bench press. You can see here the squat rack behind me. So I'll kind of show you how to set up the squat rack so you can use it for bench. I'll just go through the different components of the rack. Right now we have the J cups here set up. So that's where you're actually going to be having the bar before your set, and where you're going to put the bar back after your set. They're called J cups or J hooks. Underneath that we have our safety spotting arms. So those are right around our chest level. I'll tell you kind of where you want those. You have to find your sweet spot, but these are called the safety spotter arms here. Prevents the bar from crashing down on you during your set. And then we have our bench. We're using a flat bench now. The J hooks, you want them set up so that they're just above your chest, and they should be at a level where when your arms are fully extended, they can rest in the J hooks, okay? If they're too low, you're gonna end up having to do half a rep just to get them out. And if they're too high, it puts your shoulders in a really bad position, increases your risk of injury if you're protracting your shoulders out to get it out of the J hooks. So you want it somewhere in between. It takes some time to find that sweet spot, but what you wanna do is record that number on the side of the rack, or just make sure you know how many holes up you are from the bottom position. That way you don't have to retest every time. So make sure you have that spot correctly pinned down. From there, you want to make sure you're setting up your spotter arms so that you can come all the way down, hit a full range of motion on your bench without the bar touching the spotting arms, okay? The spotting arms are there so the bar doesn't crash down on you. So again, you have to find that sweet spot where you can come down all the way, a full range of motion, but also where it's not going to come down and crash on your chest or your stomach, okay? So I'll show you where that is on me. And I'll show you a couple tricks that you can use to find those sweet spots. Okay, so I'm going to get down on the bench. As you can see, my hands are up. And that's my perfect position there, where I can fully extend my arms. The J hooks aren't going to be in the way. I'm going to bring the bar forward, steady the bar, and then bring it down. So let the bar descend. 1, 2, 3. Trust the bar touches my chest without it hitting the safety bars. I'm going to come back up and then bring it back. 1, 2, 3. And you can see there wasn't a lot of hitting against either the safety bars or the J hooks. So again, it does take some time to find that sweet spot, but make sure that when you're doing it, it's one movement where you're taking the bar out, and then another movement when you're bringing it down to your chest, back up again, and then again pause and re-rack it. So a lot of people will rush their reps. They'll come up, pull through, crash down, come back up. You want to take your time. Make sure your back's nice and sturdy. Forward, down, press, and back. So that's how you would properly set up the rack. I'll go through the actual execution of your rep. So you want to really take your time when you're doing bench press. The biggest error I see is people rushing through their reps, okay? You want to do it slow, controlled, just like any other movement in the gym. You want to do it with intention. You don't want to just get the rep over with. So I'll go through the proper setup and execution. You're going to sit down on your flat bench. Feet are going to be on a slight angle here. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to grab the bar to help myself lower my body. From there, I'm going to adjust myself so that my chest is under the bar. I'm going to wrap my hands all the way around the bar. Make sure my back's nice and sturdy. So I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades back. I'm going to unwrap the bar in one movement. Okay, I'm going to clear the J hooks, bring the bar above my chest, and then lower the bar 2 to 3 seconds down. Pause, and then press back up. Pause before re-wrapping it, and then re-rack the bar. Okay? As you can see, I took my time. I didn't just come out of the rack in one movement. I'm going to press out with my elbows, have the bar over my chest, pause, and then lower the bar for the rep. Touch the bottom position, pause again, press back up, pause, and then rack it. You don't want to rush around. You want to make sure you're sturdy throughout the whole rep, okay? So take your time. As I said, the biggest mistake is people just rushing their reps. The bar's all over the place. You want to make sure that you're pressing from a sturdy position. Your shoulders are packed, okay? So our cue there is to pinch your shoulder blades back. You're not racking the bar until you're at full extension at the top, and then you're racking it, okay? then you can come up. If you're doing a couple reps, then you would just repeat that over and over again, okay? But really do take your time. So that's the proper setup on a squat rack and the proper execution for a bench press. I hope you guys can use that. Again, just make sure you're doing your reps nice and slow and controlled. You don't want to rush through it. But yeah, make sure that you set up properly. And if you have any questions with setup or execution, just come let us know at the front desk.